She goes, I always tell you it's not possible for you to get uglier, but there is possibilities. If you touch yourself, you will get uglier. Yeah. She said everything is possible.
This podcast is a Dear Media production.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back to another episode of Girls Gotta Eat.
Welcome back.
I like how we always know to match.
Are we matching?
Yeah, black and jean and
I
white.
can't tell if this is black or navy. You
I
like bring it over to the window?
you got to put it up against something that's that
yeah,
color.
I know. But yeah, we're similar vibes.
Now I don't know if it's blue.
Exactly. Well, you're wearing blue too.
No, I'm not. Oh, jean. I'm not wearing navy.
No, I'm not. I'm just wearing all blue.
I'm having the best day. I started the morning with like hours of voice notes from my friends. It's my morning podcast.
What a perfect way to start the day. It's a morning routine.
It was amazing. I ChatGPT'd my therapy this morning.
Rayna.
I was like, let me just see what ChatGPT will say. I wrote out this, I sent it to you in Sparkle Eyes, this very long explanation of this situation I'm in. And they're like, it ain't shit.
No, they were kind of like snarky. They were like, right back, take care.
I know.
I was like, okay.
And then I was like, does take care feel a little passive aggressive? And they're like, yes, here's 4 other options that are less passive aggressive.
You got to get on Google Gemini.
I will.
Because you're a Gemini.
Yeah, I will.
Either all the same, right? I don't know, but I've been Google Geminiing.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already there.
Yeah.
I'm already in Google.
I'm already in
it.
But yeah, what's the max voice note you'll listen to? Not for me, because you and I are together every day. We send 500 voice notes, but what do you enjoy?
Well, I really don't want minutes of rambling. Like if you have a story to tell, okay, I'll strap in for 6.
Okay.
Have you gotten like a 9-minute one? Who was it? Emily?
Melanie.
So here's why I would never send one that long. Because I am so scared it's going to time out. I have had voice notes. It's just technology, whatever, melting down. I don't know why. I've had like minutes of premium content and then it gets lost. It doesn't go through. So when I'm feeling that I'm in a 3 to 4 minute range and I have more to say, I will send it and be like, BRB, part 2 coming, to be continued.
Yes.
I get nervous.
I do too.
Because I'm like, this is so good. What if we lose it? And I can't recreate it.
Well, a friend of mine, because I posted that Emily had sent me like a 6-minute voice note, and I love it so much. And somebody responded to me like, you can listen to these on like double time, and I was like, I don't want to.
No. You gotta have all
marinate in it.
Yeah, you have to have all their tone and
I'm a storyteller.
their filler words,
right?
Yeah.
I don't want to be interrupted. I want to get the whole thing out.
Yeah.
I was on the phone with a girlfriend the other night. She just kept interrupting me to the point that I had to be like, can you let me finish? Just let me finish.
Wow. Are you still friends?
Yeah.
No, let me finish. Okay, let's talk about our partners.
All right, Booking.com. We have a sweepstakes for you guys. Win $1,000 of Booking.com travel credit by entering their sweepstakes on Instagram, and their handle is @Booking.com. And FX's Dying for Sex stream all episodes on Hulu starting on April 4th. Finally, Quince. Get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order at quince.com/GGE.
And thank you to Tonal. Get $200 off your purchase at tonal.com with code GGE. And Symbiotica. Get 20% off and free shipping at symbiotica.com/girlsgottaeat. So I'm going to tell you how I started my morning. Early morning, middle of the night, basically.
Okay.
So
you've been getting up so early. I'm like, I hear from you like 8:30. Like, I'll respond to this email and I'm going to take care of this. I'm like, ew, what's she doing?
I have a babysitter now. I get up earlier.
It's crazy.
So something happened this morning that my current fiancé will not, that he will not let go. So I want to preface this by saying, like, I love birds. I love the sound of birds. Like, I'm a bird lover. Not everybody is. People are like, I hate birds.
Your mom's
they're not real.
But your mom's into birds,
I come from a family of bird lovers. Yeah, so I just want to start with that. But this bird this morning, like 5 a.m., like still dark out, was chirping at such a high pitch outside my bedroom window. Like, it was like jarring. It sounded like when the smoke alarm battery is dying. Mm-hmm. That like chirp sound. I was like, it woke me up. I'm like, is that bird in the room?
You have a lot of those black crows over by you.
Yes, and like I'm kind of getting used to the crows, but it was a different bird. I've never heard a high pitched chirp quite like this. So I'm like, what the fuck? This has to stop. It wouldn't stop. I was like, I'm trying to sleep here. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I have a balcony off my bedroom, and I was like, I went out there
5 a.m.
I was like, it's in a tree nearby. It's got to be one of these trees. It's dark out. I can't see it. All my contacts in, whatever. So I just went and like got a like glass of water and like threw it in the tree.
Okay.
And
5 a.m. Did it stop?
It's like, yes, it stopped. And my fiance was kind of in and out of sleep, but he was like, what did you just do? And so I was like, well, I fixed the problem, didn't I? And we went back to sleep. And then this morning when we woke up at like 8 a.m., he's been calling me bird killer all day. Like, I didn't kill a bird. I didn't shoot it.
I would be so mad at you because I would have to wake up and make fun of you and giggle for hours.
He has not stopped.
I wouldn't go back to sleep after that.
Like I woke up and I started telling him something else about the Alice and Olivia family and friends sale. And he's literally smirking. And I'm like, say what you want to say. Say, bring up the bird again. Bring the fucking bird up again. He will not stop. He's acting. I don't know if you didn't watch Friends as much, but there's an episode of Friends where Phoebe is dating this cop. It's actually Michael Rappaport.
I remember the cop.
And he shoots the bird.
I thought you were going to tell me that you shot it with like a sling.
He's treating me like I did.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just tossed some water into the tree. Like I couldn't deal with this bird. He can go find another tree.
You're just like a grumpy dad. You know, like, what's that bird out there? Like, it's really funny. Like I just, in old boxer shorts, you just toss some water.
What would you have done?
I don't know, slept through it. We had a bird problem in Austin, and it was a nonstop, high-pitched hum. Hundreds of birds at all times.
There's so many birds in Texas. Like they will just congregate. Like that one time when we stayed in Dallas, I was like, this alley is full of birds outside our hotel window. But I can deal with birds. Something about it was like literally, I was like, is the smoke alarm dying or is that a bird? Literally, that was my first thought. It was
don't know.
A chirp to end all chirps.
I'm laughing that you like filled up a cup and went out on the balcony. Also, how far are the trees from your front? You reached the tree?
That balcony off my bedroom, my Romeo and Juliet balcony, is kind of wraps all the way around. It's pretty close to the trees that the bird was at.
I think it's just a Juliet balcony. I don't think it's a Romeo and Juliet balcony.
It's not a Juliet balcony. I say Romeo and Juliet, just forget it.
Because you guys are so in
Juliet
love.
balcony is like just small, tiny. This is a wraparound. It's nice.
Oh, it's a real balcony.
Yeah, have you never seen it?
Well, Juliet balcony is
like tiny.
Yeah, you can put your feet on it.
Right. But I just had like one more anecdote to tell you about like living with him. It's been 2 months?
Yeah.
Okay. So I really do like love it so much. It's better than I could have ever imagined. I just feel like I love him more every day. Like yesterday was truly like the best day after he picked me up. He picked me up at work and he was actually off work. So we went and picked up plants. We took Azul to the beach. We came back to the house. We had sex on the kitchen counter. And then I went upstairs to change and pee. I come back downstairs. He had made me a snack, hummus and crackers.
Can I come live with you
I'm
guys?
like,
do you guys want to adopt me?
Is this heaven? Like, have I died? Like, it's so, I just love it. Both of us were like, what a fun day we had. Just random stuff. We ordered tacos. Like, and a lot of days are like that. And we haven't had any issues except one. So.
You killed that bird.
Except when I killed the bird. So things have
He
been rocky.
found out that you have a gun in the house.
Rocky since this morning when I tased this bird. I pepper sprayed this bird.
That's how you found out there was a gun in the house.
Imagine if I pepper sprayed it.
You come in, your eyes are all red.
So I have like my fancy pans. We have like a lot of fancy
Pans?
cookware.
Pans. Oh, okay.
Pan with a B.
Pan, not pants.
Pans, cookware.
Okay.
And I was making eggs right after we got back from Austin. So he'd been alone all weekend in the house and I was making eggs that Monday morning. And I'm like, what is going on with my pan? These are amazing nonstick pans. The eggs are sticking to them. I can't even scrape the eggs off. Like the pans are fucked. What happened here? So I'm like, what did he do to my fucking pans? Why do I look in the sink? Steel wool.
No. He took a steel wool thing.
To nonstick pan.
What?
To both of them.
Has he been in a home before?
Where did you get this?
Pans?
This is still steel wool. Why are they selling this?
Oh, you didn't even buy that?
No, when we were out of town in Austin, which we're about to tell a story from Austin that we've been gatekeeping.
These two guys are just standing outside the studio, just getting a free podcast episode. Sorry.
Come on in, guys. Weigh in on this. He went and bought a 3-pack of steel wool, which I threw out promptly, and took it to my nice, expensive, non-stick pans
No, that's
ruined them
psychotic.
with one wash. They're both ruined.
That's psychotic. We've specifically bought these pants because they're nonstick. We've been talking about them for years. They're perfect. Who buys steel wool? What are you cleaning?
What are you doing? And I was like, we weren't going to register. Now we're registering for exactly 2 pans. The 2 pants you ruined it. Everyone's going to know about.
That's your registry.
2 pants. He's going to put steel wool on there. Just to fuck with
Troll
me.
you. You guys are just registered at Ralph's grocery store.
And then he was like, oh, but I've been doing this. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So the reason why you have to do this is because that's the only way that will clean the pans that you've ruined from using the steel wool. Anyway, if you guys don't know, don't use steel wool. It's just going to scratch everything, but it will take that nonstick right off.
don't let a man in your house.
I know. So that's the one thing he's done.
And gave you the flu.
And gave me the flu.
You were sick for 2
True.
weeks.
You know, this is
You're
over.
like, I love him so much.
I do, though. He's just the best. And then he was like, oh, sorry, I ruined your free pans. Because he knows they came from a brand partner. That's not the
You
point.
cheap ass bitch.
They are expensive.
That is
Does
the
it
trump
really-
card, though. He's like, oh, I ruined a free thing. Oh, poor me. He's like, so I could just buy new ones for you. I didn't cost you any money. Is that what you're saying?
We're registered for those 2 fucking pants. Not even the whole set, just the 2 he ruined. Oh my God. So yes, that's like kind of, those are the things I feel like we're roasting each other about in the home, is me with the pans and now me with killing that bird.
You know, it's like a new frontier for me because like I've had you all to myself for 7 years. Like I send you voice notes at night and I know that no one else is listening. So like now when I send them to you, I know that 2 people are listening. And there's honestly like nothing I say to you that I care if he hears. Like I'm just living free. What do I care? And him and I are buddies, so I just don't care.
Well, but I would want you to say like, listen to this alone.
Yeah,
Like I'm not trying to spread your business. I feel like I know which ones he can be in the room for. He's not always listening.
I just mostly assume when I send you like funny anecdotes, date stories, things like that he is
he's invested.
in the room. Yeah, I know. He's my bud. And yeah, I would at this point just tell you, like, don't listen to this around him.
Yeah.
And I mostly like that with all my girlfriends. I don't care if their boyfriends listen.
Right.
Because I'm a great storyteller.
Exactly. You're like, they should get a front row seat to these jokes too.
But it's funny because like I'm sending you these like voice notes about like dates and different people, and I know he's listening. And then when you voice note me back, it's like both of you, and it's very funny to like have his commentary and his insights. He's just sort of in the background like yelling stuff, and you're like, no, she shouldn't do that. That's not hot girl behavior.
I gave you advice on something, then he weighed in with the most insane thing I've ever heard, and I had to be like, babe, absolutely not.
Hot girls don't do
That's insane to say. He's not great at giving advice. Like, I think he should advise every man ever on how to act as a man because he's the most perfect partner I could ever dream of. He doesn't feel real sometimes, but he can never give advice to women. I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like, if he would try to give advice, I'm like, that's so off base. You could never put yourself in our shoes.
You know who I like getting advice from? Not that everybody has access to this, is male comedians. They're going to shoot you straight. Most of the advice is he doesn't like you, sis. No. But like they will shoot you. They're not like trying to sugarcoat it, make it nice for you. They're trying to write a joke about you and shoot you straight.
You're right. Exactly. They are not. I'm not gentle.
No.
At all.
Some of the best advice I've ever gotten in my life is Michael Blaustein and Trevor Wallace, who've been on the show quite a few times, and they're just like, he doesn't like you.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to tell this Austin story.
I'm gonna let you tell it.
Well, you'll pick it up and decide what you want to do with it, but I'll tell how it went down.
Okay. Well, I have been saying, a body emotion stays in motion, so I'm just like in the zone.
Exactly. Yeah, we've talked about this. Like, Rayna's just on fire right now. So when we were in Austin, we left this dinner, which was really wonderful. It was with Dear Media and Nicole Miller, and it was at the proper hotel. The first night we were there for South by Southwest, and we walk out, and we're in these beautiful dresses. Rayna looked super hot, obviously. She got so many shares on her Instagram.
The most ever.
Yeah. Even one of our guy friends was like, I didn't know how sexy you were.
Well, he was like, I've always thought you were sexy, but he was like, you look extra sexy. I've never gotten so many. Well, also, I haven't really been posting that much.
Yes.
So since November, I mean, whether or not you guys have noticed, I really haven't shared that much. And so I've recently gotten back into sharing.
You came out of hibernation, titties out.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Just looking hot.
Tit forward.
People were like, look at that bod.
So we're standing there, and I'm in a gown too. I thought I looked pretty good, but
That's the gown that I wanted. It was a great gown.
these guys walk by, and they're just like, hey, what's up? Like this one guy kind of locked in on Rayna, and then his friends kind of walked ahead of him, and he kind of slowed his roll, and he was like, hey, what's up? And you go, what's up with you? And I'm watching this exchange happen. We're standing on the corner. Our Uber is on the way. Our Uber is 1 minute away. So they're like, what's up with you? And then he comes in physically and like puts his arm around you, and he looks at me. He's like, she's really cute, isn't she? I was like, she is. And he was like, you want to go back inside? And you were like, okay. And then you just walked off together. I was like, see ya. Like I said to you, I was like, if I was single, I would have just thrown myself into the front of a moving vehicle. Like I would have been like, oh my God, I'm a dog. Like to be standing there and have someone pick your friend up and take them away and leave you there on the street. You just bailed. It was iconic.
By the way, I just want to preface this by saying we were on the way home for the night.
Didn't care.
I know you didn't care, but we were on the way home for the night. It was 10 p.m. and we were both going to go to our respective rooms and watch Love is Blind.
We were about to go home.
So like it wasn't like 7 p.m. I was like,
Yeah.
peace out, bitch.
Yeah, the night was over. We were just going to go back to the hotel, and you were like, the night's not over for me yet.
It's not for me. And I was just like, bye. And he was hot. He looked like Paul Walker.
He was
like
super
a
hot.
Great night.
He looked like a bad guy.
Yeah. But that's okay. You know, sometimes you do some weird stuff in Texas.
I've never seen it happen so quick. Like gave me whiplash. I was like, I guess I'll just get in this Suburban alone.
I've been practicing Shambudram's little. Well, I was just drunk, so I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I've been practicing Shambudram's tip of just like look like sexy in your face,
and like sexy in your face.
And I just locked eyes with him, and then we both turned around and looked at each other, and I was like, "It's on."
Well, and then I told my fiance, and he was like, "What? You just left?" I'm like, "Relax, we're adults."
I was in Austin at a major
Like
hotel.
he really was like, "She's been kidnapped." I was like, she might have been, honestly. But she's in a public place. Like, she'll be fine.
Yeah, also it was South by Southwest. The streets were packed.
You're saying you were drunk. You were not drunk, wasted, incoherent.
Like, I was just like buzzed.
Don't let
silly.
your friend get whisked away.
Yeah, two drinks.
Yeah, exactly. You were totally with it, and he just snatched you up. I was like, she's an adult. Go up. So anyway, it just was like, I was just like, man, she really is on one.
I'm trying to find a partner like you have, you know? And so I've just really, really committed to it.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I was watching this like Taylor Tomlinson set that she was doing in her last comedy special. And she's talking about being single for the last year and how like being single is not what sucks. Dating is what sucks. You can opt out of the dating. Dating is like this up and down roller coaster. And it's been a while since I've like juggled this many people. And it's just, it is a roller coaster of like really high highs and getting excited and telling everybody what's going on, and then lows and somebody kind of like ghosts you or doesn't respond to you, or somebody's being too much. And it's a lot of emotions to feel all at once all the time.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's unstable.
it really is.
It's honestly not safe. It's unsafe to date.
That's why I was
Mentally,
ChatGPT
emotionally.
my therapy. I mean, I'm enjoying it. The minute I stop enjoying it, I won't do it anymore. Or the minute I find somebody that kind of gets there a little quicker, like I'll stop and like pull into that parking spot. Like once I get to like 4 or 5 dates with somebody, I don't know that I would keep going on dates with. I wouldn't bring new people into the rotation.
Yeah. I think that's a great rule. And just you'll gauge how you feel. Do you feel like you want to be with this person? Do you feel a sense of intimacy? It probably wouldn't feel right for you to be going on other dates.
It wouldn't. And then it feels weird. You're like having all these you do like forget what you've talked to different people about.
Yeah. I've only done it a couple times where I was dating multiple people at once, and it just started to get weird. I think we did talk about with Trevor and Michael. Like dating multiple people at once, it's tough.
It is.
And especially all of us as comedians telling stories, you know, and forgetting who you've told it to, forgetting details, like getting people mixed up, you know, like, oh, yeah, didn't your brother go to, they're like, I'm an only child. You know, it's just weird.
And then you're drinking, and I really have like taken a note. Tessa actually said that she has not been drinking on dates, and that like Tessa goes on a bunch. Can I say that about you? You go on a bunch of dates.
Tessa's a dating queen.
Yeah, she really is. She hits those apps hard.
And Tessa, the beach was a lot cleaner yesterday when I went. So I do want to thank you and your man for picking the beach up. I literally was like, the beach is cleaner. Tessa's been at work.
I saw people cleaning up on Abbot Kinney. I was like, is Tessa here?
One person DM'd me. I posted yesterday and I said the beach is cleaner. I didn't reference Tessa. I'm like, that's a very deep cut, you know, but someone in the DMs was like, Tessa's been on beach cleanup dates.
Tessa's around. She has not been drinking on dates, and she said that she just realizes that she like forgets stuff people say or thinks that she might like people more than she does. And so I have had to take a note to tap out after 2 drinks. 2 drinks is a lot for me.
It's just totally moderation.
I can't have that 3rd drink. I will just start to forget details. I had this like 3-hour date the other day.
You'll get slurry.
I
And it's
already
just
have a
not
lisp.
your best self. Like, you don't need to be in that mode. You're great sober. Yeah, you are outgoing and talkative and secure. Like, it makes you, I don't want to say a worse version. That's not,
It's not
your
an
best.
improvement.
It's not an improvement. That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
And like I had a personality drink on the way to this date the other day because it was quite a drive. I wasn't driving. I took an Uber and I just, put wine in a water bottle like an adult.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I showed up with a buzz and then he wanted to order a bottle of wine. And like I was like pretty drunk by the end of this date and I like realized I like there's some serious holes in like what I remember. And I hate that feeling. Really oversharing, you guys, in the last couple of weeks.
No,
You're welcome.
You've been so vulnerable.
Yeah.
All right, let's just talk about a couple of our partners, and then we have an email that we are excited to read that we got. But we are so excited about this first partner. Rayna's going to tell you about them, and then I'm going to sing a little song for you. So don't fast forward.
Which is funny because I agreed to this and you've had to write the song and sing it.
So you signed me up to write an original song?
I was like, we'll do this and it won't be a big deal. Now you have to do it. Okay. So it is officially spring, which means we'll finally be coming out of hibernation mode and traveling around the US much more frequently. Whenever we are traveling the US, we like to check out booking.com with their wide variety of stays. Booking.com makes it easy for you to find and book the right stays for you, no matter if you're looking for a cozy vacation home, a 5-star hotel, or a cabin in the woods. Spring also marks the beginning of baseball season, which we are very excited about.
I am honestly so excited for baseball season.
I am too. And it's such a core memory for me because I grew up going to baseball games with my dad. It's like his number one way to bond with me. He just bought season tickets and I always went with him. And when he comes here, I'm going to take him to a baseball game.
So fun. Yeah, I haven't been to one here yet. So I'm like very excited. That's like so summer.
Well, guess what?
Feels like summer.
Feels like summer.
Not that song, guys. Wait for it.
It's different. Yeah, it'll be a different tone deaf song. All right, well, guess what, Ashley? Booking.com is the official accommodation partner of MLB. So when we go to a baseball game, one of the best parts is when the whole stadium sings a song we all know and love together, and we have an extra special version of that song for you today. Take it away.
Okay.
Take me out to the Hamptons. Take me out to Rainapalooza. Then to Vegas for Ashley's bachelorette. At the mail review, everyone will be wet. Let us book with booking.com. And then we get ready to thrive. Cause it's 1, 2, 3 clicks, you're booked for the summer of 2025.
I love it. You guys actually wrote that all by yourselves.
So that's our summer. It's really going to be like
Jam-packed.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. Okay. The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city. Book today on the booking.com site or app. Booking.com, booking.yeah. Booking.com wants to help make you a fan of any U.S. city with a chance to win $1,000 in Booking.com travel credit. Head to Booking.com Instagram's page at Booking.com and check out our sweepstakes post for more details.
Okay. And feel free to use that song however. You know, you guys, you want to play it? Should I record it? I'll put it on wax.
All right, and speaking of summertime, vacation season is nearly upon us. This year, I am treating myself to a luxe upgrade I deserve with Quince's high-quality travel essentials at fair prices. So you guys know we love Quince. It's so great for any kind of capsule wardrobe, and it's great for travel and summer coming up. So there's lightweight European linen styles from $30. You will never find prices like this for quality like this. There's washable silk tops. Ashley and I are crazy about the washable silk. There's comfy lounge sets.
Yeah.
You can just go to the airport in them. Like upgrade your airport look even. And with premium luggage options and stylish tote bags to carry. I mean, I just love a girl just walking through the airport, just looking in like a perfect fit, great luggage. You get this all on Quince.
They're taking over the world. What can't you get? I said it last week. Get your engagement ring on there.
I got just a jogger set this morning to go to the airport in.
Your whole wardrobe.
Quince.
Yeah,
They
love
partner
it.
directly with top factories, and Quince cuts costs by cutting out the middleman and passes the saving on to you. And they only work with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing. I mean, Ashley and I we're such fans for everything they make and the pricing. You can't do better.
I feel like we were early on the Quince train. We've
Definitely.
been talking about them. I mean, they were new to me. I hadn't heard of them. Then we started talking about them and obviously wearing all their clothes. And now it's just everywhere. I mean, you were spotting other Quince girlies on the street.
I know. The bags, the
I have that
cashmere.
sweater. I have that dress. Yeah. I have that suitcase.
For your next trip, treat yourself to the luxe upgrades you deserve from Quince. Go to quince.com/GGE for 365-day returns plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/GGE to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/GGE.
Okay, so we got this email and there's a lot going on.
A lot.
I mean, I could unpack the first half and then the second half.
Let's read it. You read it.
Okay. So the subject line was dating a personal trainer, which caught our eye. She writes, so I'm dating my first personal trainer and he's hands down the strongest guy I've ever met, which is honestly amazing. He can lift me up like a feather and pull off things I didn't even think were physically possible.
Okay.
What's he doing? The insane amount of protein he eats daily at Chipotle doesn't faze me, but the fact that he doesn't drink alcohol, coffee, or any drugs besides mushrooms twice ever, along with being gluten-free, is very foreign to me. When I read that, I was like, oh, this is the problem. But it's really not.
I mean, it's really restrictive.
Yes, she says he doesn't care if I drink, but it's weird doing it alone, especially since so much of my social life revolves around bars where a lot of my friends and family work. I love that he's into the outdoors, but he's not really a fan of going downtown where I live. That being said, we've had a great time when he's come down to see live shows, and it wasn't weird at all. Okay, so this isn't really an issue. She's dealing with this.
We'll go back to it.
Okay, yeah. But then she says, I think all of this is just in my head, but here's the kicker. He mentioned that he's into butt stuff, and I cannot fathom a reality where I try that without a hit from a bong and a shot of tequila first.
bong
to hit. The
hit.
bong.
A bong
That's
hit.
her popper. This is a bong hit. After he mentioned it, it's like a mental block in my head when we're having sex that I can't stop thinking about it. I know it's important to him, but I'm spiraling. I told him I have never done any of that before, and the next time we were hooking up, he asked if he could lick my butthole. Immediately, I said I need time to mentally prepare for anything like that, and it was a hard no. He gave me a goofy look, but didn't pressure me further. Okay, we love that. Sex with him isn't the crazy chemistry I'm used to. It feels mechanical, but it's still super early, and we're still getting to know each other. I love that she recognizes that. I think I need my heart a little more to be in it to go that far or be married. Haha. He is a very intentional dater for the long term and calm and easy to talk to. So how do I go about handling this? I'm 32, looking to settle down as well. Our long-term goals are aligned. He's a great guy, but I don't want to force anything if it's not realistic that this can work. I feel like it can. It's only been a few weeks, but I want to navigate this right. Help.
So the problem is the sex,
The butt stuff.
the butt stuff. So that's the main problem. She enjoys his company, and it sounds like their lifestyles are different. They're pretty different. Like, I guess it would depend on how old you are and like what your lifestyle's like. Could you be with somebody that's so restrictive? No drugs, no alcohol, no gluten, all these like food restrictions. I think that like finding somebody you enjoy is really rare, and everyone's going to come with baggage. And if this is not a thing that bothers you, then that's great. It would be hard for me to date somebody with a lot of food restrictions and alcohol restrictions.
Yeah, it seems like she doesn't care about that. You got to let him lick your butthole. I mean, I just think this is really like, you don't have to, but I think this is fine. Like, he's not saying eat my ass.
Totally.
You know, he just wants to lick her butt. It's no big deal.
It's just no big deal.
He's going to be so into it. And then I think it's going to open him up more sexually.
right.
You do not have to do this. I don't want to force this on anybody. I'm just trying to ease her fears of it, that it's like really not a big deal. Like him saying, I need you to be in my butthole is, I'm out. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to eat your ass. I'm just not going to do it. But he just wants to lick yours. Like, just let him. And also take a bong hit, whatever you got to do.
Well, she says I can't do this without a bong hit or a shot. He doesn't care if you drank. So drink.
Right, exactly. So I just think don't be scared. Like, do you remember the first time someone licked your butthole? I was like, oh, that's new, and just let it happen.
I'm like, what do I care?
What do I care? I'm not even, that back there is none of my business.
Right. What are you doing for that hole? What do I care? I don't care. And she's saying, like, I don't like the sex and it feels kind of mechanical. And what I would say back to that is, like, maybe he pitched you an idea of something that he really liked and you kind of shot it down. Not in a way of, like, that's disgusting, but you were like, I'm not into that. And he was like, okay, let me try to fit into the box of the things that she likes, the figurative box, not the literal box.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to do what he thinks you're going to like. And if you become a little more open to doing this thing that he likes, then maybe it'll become a little more like fluid and exciting.
That's kind of my point. Like, I think it could open him up where he does feel more comfortable. Again, don't do anything you don't want to do. And if this is your hard line, then maybe this isn't your person. But I wonder if she's worried that this is the gateway into anal and she doesn't want to go there. But I think let him lick your butt. It's really not a big deal. If you're worried about what's back there, make sure you've showered recently. You don't really have to poop, you know, like, but it will probably feel nice. It feels nice. And just let it happen.
It's just an erogenous zone. You've nerve endings back there. Like maybe if you're in your head about, oh my God, somebody's mouth is going to be there, like try a little anal play first, like just rimming around the area with some lube or something. He doesn't have to put a finger in your butt, but like just a little bit of anal play would maybe get you more comfortable. Cause like, I think it's really mentally, you're like, someone's gonna like my butthole. Like you're embarrassed and it's hard to enjoy it because you're just like, what does that smell like? What does that taste like?
He likes it. So to your point, like I don't know if she feels like she can have a conversation about this with him. Obviously, she could be loosened up with a little alcohol. He won't be if he doesn't drink. But I like your point of like, hey, I'm new to butt stuff and I'd love to give it a try because I know that you're into it. If you just want to kind of start to feel around the area, don't go tongue in yet. Like let's start slow.
Yeah.
If you want.
We don't have to build Rome in a day.
Just don't be scared.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's worried, again, like I said, that he's going to want more and more and more, and then he's going to want to turn the tables, and he's going to want you in his butthole. And then you got to you got to be out. No, I'm kidding. Then you got to, then you make the decision then.
I just think that like this is his vice. He doesn't have any other vices. He doesn't he doesn't drink, he doesn't do drugs, he doesn't eat gluten. Mm-hmm. He's like, I eat butt. That's what I eat. That's the thing I consume.
Funny. Is your butt gluten-free? Our butt's gluten-free.
Depends what you ate that day. I think take a shot at tequila and let this guy lick your butthole.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you have to lose?
Rip that bong hit.
Okay, fuck for a little while or whatever you want. Get into doggy position. Let him lick your butthole. He can finish back there. You don't have to kiss him after that.
Right. I actually don't think I'm going to want to lick his butthole just because of the amount of Chipotle he's eating.
And he's working out.
It can't be a good scene back there.
No, I don't.
He eats Chipotle all day, every day. No. You don't want to eat the ass of a Chipotle, bro.
I don't want to eat any man's ass. The stuff that they put in their bodies. Ew.
Yeah. So I think don't be scared. And I think you will see the sex improve if you let him get a little taste.
Yes. And it doesn't have to be every single time. Like, I think sometimes you just let somebody do something one time and they're like, I'll do this once a month. Like, it doesn't have to be every single time.
Yeah, and you will find out because maybe he is an addict.
A butt addict.
He's an addict in general as a personality type, and that's why he abstains from the other things. So you will find out if once he gets that first taste, that's all he's going to want.
And your butthole.
That's your decision, whether you... It's like the episode of Sex and the City.
You're the reason he has to go to his next, like, Alcoholics Anonymous type of thing.
Yeah, he falls off the wagon. The butthole wagon. He starts drinking and smoking weed. He's like, you ruined me, Carrie.
I mean, sexual compatibility is really important to me, and sex is super important to me. And feeling like you're open and you want to, like, I'll do pretty much anything, as I've recently learned.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of boundaries.
Exactly.
But like if somebody was really into anal and was like, that's how I come, like I don't like it and you probably wouldn't date me. And that's like a pretty hard no for me because I want to be really sexually compatible.
Yeah, 100%. So let's say we want this to work out, which I have a good feeling about it. I like that she says their long-term goals are aligned. I think she's into this guy and she really wants our advice on how to move it forward. Like, can't stress it enough. If you don't want to do this, don't do it. But I would like to see her let him get back there, maybe start with a little feeling around, and then he licks her butthole, and she's hopefully going to realize, oh, this is no big deal. It feels good, and I'm into it. And then maybe he wants to just like dive in a little deeper, and then we'll see where it goes. And then he feels like you guys are more sexually compatible, and he opens up, and you have better sex.
I totally see this road for them. Also, just like... It's like you said, what's it to you?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. Even if you don't really like it, he likes it. So just let him do it for a minute or two.
You're going to like it.
Ashley loves it.
I don't even do that. I'm just like, what's that to like? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, listen, it's just a hole and a tongue and a mouth on it.
Yeah.
And it's not your mouth on it. So who cares? You're just hanging out.
Exactly.
You just hang out, pretend you like it. And then he can just fuck you from behind. And that's it.
Yeah. Okay, well, we solved dating once again. We solved
Didn't
butt
even
stuff
need ChatGPT.
once again. Yeah, we didn't even need Google Gemini. Okay, we are just going to talk about the remainder of our partners, and then we're going to get into it with Jiaoying.
All right, this episode is supported by FX's Dying for Sex, starring Michelle Williams and Jenny Slate, inspired by a true story. This series follows Molly, who after receiving a terminal cancer diagnosis, decides to leave her husband to explore the full breadth of her sexual desires. She gets the courage and support to go on this sex quest from her best friend, Nikki, who stays by her side through it all. FX's Dying for Sex, all episodes streaming on April 4th on Hulu. I watched the trailer for this. It's a beautiful story of like two women's friendships.
I know.
I love Michelle Williams and Jenny Slate. Anything Jenny Slate does, I immediately sign me up for it. She's never done anything starting with Parks and Rec that I didn't love.
And Michelle Williams. Like,
Yes.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited about this.
Me too. And I love this focus on like women's sexuality. And the trailer shows Michelle Williams going to her therapist and saying, I've never come with a man. And so other than like coming by myself, I've never come with a partner. And so she goes on this quest. And looks like a beautiful love story of friendship.
Thank you, Hulu.
Yep.
The show we've been needing. Everyone out there is like, thank God.
It looks just funny and honest and heartwarming. And it looks like it's shot beautifully. So I cannot wait for this to be out. I'm really excited.
Love it. Can't wait. Okay. Once again, telling you guys about Symbiotica. Just call me Ashley Symbiotica Hesseltine. Really, at this point, this is all I care about. Truly, it's part of my every day. Like every single day, I take something from this line. I really love the vitamin C, which is just a little packet. It's their liposomal vitamin C, and I just squirt it in my mouth. It has this vanilla citrus taste. It's really wonderful. All of their products are really going to help with your energy, glowing skin, gut health. You can even shop by benefit, whatever you're looking for. I've said before, I take the vitamin C daily. I really love the super greens as well. That's got this more like jelly consistency, but I like really love it. I love the taste. Nothing I've ever tried from them has been nothing but a great taste. And they have magnesium. They have this liposomal glutathione, which is going to enhance your energy metabolism, promote gut health, and then has powerful antioxidant properties that combat premature aging, which we love to see it. I take this omega oil, which I really love. I just like squirt it right in my mouth. I'm just such a fan of everything that they do. And Symbiotica is as clean as it gets. So there are no seed oils, preservatives, or artificial junk, just high quality, real ingredients that actually do something. I'm telling you guys, when you take this stuff consistently, you will see and feel a difference. I always say it's like the hot girl, cool girl supplement. Like we've seen it in these like cute little cafes and boutiques and just seen different influencers and people we follow talk about it online. Symbiotica really is wellness made simple. You guys can go to symbiotica.com/girlsgottaeat for 20% off plus free shipping. That's symbiotica.com/girlsgottaeat for 20% off plus free shipping. And another thing that I am really loving, if we're going to talk about taking care of yourself and your health and your energy and your fitness, is Tonal. So I am a person that I work out at home. You know, like I'll go out and I'll take a class here and there, but you got to drive there,
I'm an at-home
walk there.
worker.
Yeah,
Always at
exactly.
home.
So this really is the best at-home gym you could possibly have. It's going to be ready for you to do a workout all times a day, 24/7. It is the world's smartest workout that effortlessly fits into the busiest lifestyles. And with the latest iteration, Tonal 2, you can ensure your workout is more tailored and effective than ever. So it is this workout equipment. You basically hang it up on your wall and some of it comes out and you can do legs, arms, abs, everything. And Tonal adjusts in 1 pound increments with adaptive weight that now goes up to 250 pounds, challenging even the most advanced users to push their limits. So I don't know if you're a couple and someone lifts more than the other, you have maybe someone who's more like us that's lifting a little lighter. You have a big, strong man in the house. You both can use this, put it on your wedding registry, and you can experience a full body burn with new HIIT workouts. And there's a Smart View, which is this high resolution camera that lets you see yourself during your workout, which I think is just like the most important thing. Analyzes your movements and provides real-time coaching, just like a personal trainer. So you're going to essentially like take this workout with a personal trainer, really, like that you're going to see on the screen also while you can see yourself. And with new drop sets, Tonal 2 analyzes your movement. It senses when you're fatiguing. It will drop weight off until your muscles are maxed out. I mean, it's just so smart. It's an experience you could only get in a gym until now. You're going to get it at home. Right now, Tonal is offering our listeners $200 off your Tonal purchase with promo code GGE. That's tonal.com and use promo code GGE for $200 off your purchase. That's tonal.com, promo code GGE for $200 off. And let's get into it.
All right, guys, we are so excited to welcome our guest today. She is a stand-up comedian. She's an actress. She's a producer based in LA. Please welcome to the show, Jiaoying Summers.
Yay! I'm at Girls Gotta Eat. I've made it.
Jiaoying, we have so much to talk to you about. I
can't
don't even
wait.
know where to start.
I just want to thank you for making my mom happy for the past year because actually sent me this gorgeous vibes only dildo. What's the name of it? Vibrator.
Vibrator.
It's not a dildo.
It's a large wand.
It's a large wand, magical large wand. Is I mean, because the packaging is so exciting and pretty, my mom just opened up and she started to use it on her shoulder, and she thanked me for it. I said, "Oh," she's like, "I love the thing." I said, "Do you need the loops?" She goes, "No, the lotion's good." I said, "Oh, you are using it for your shoulder." So I was gonna take it back.
Yeah, you asked me for a vibrator. You were like, "Where's my vibrator? Where's my vibrator? Where's
Yeah.
my?" I finally got you one, and you're like, "My mom stole it." I'm like, "What the fuck?" We'll send you home with more
I
today.
feel really guilty.
Well, I
She
love
loves
that.
it.
That vibrator is the best. It's our Ashley wand, and it's so good for both massages and masturbating. I use it for
just a
both.
perfect. My mother has never been happier.
So let's just kick it off with masturbation. You
Yes.
had your podcast probably a year and a half or so ago. I came on it and we talked a lot about it because you can talk a little about your upbringing, but you grew up
Yeah.
more conservative and obviously masturbation wasn't something you.
Yeah, I was blamed for it. I remembered my mom planted a seed for me when I got my first period. I got home. I said, "Mom, I think I had a miscarriage."
Were we like 12?
Yeah, because when I was 12, I watched all the Chinese soap operas of the king and the 20 concubines trying to get pregnant, and then somebody would get poisoned, and then they bleed. I said, I think
Were you
someone
having
poisoned
sex?
me. I wasn't having sex. I didn't know. I said
But you
someone
don't
poisoned
know.
me.
No, it's just so
Yeah.
funny.
I said, "Mom, I think Buddha put a seed on me, so like a Virgin Mary. I got pregnant, and then someone poisoned me. Now I lost a baby. I'm sorry, Mom."
And you weren't being funny.
I wasn't. She goes, "You lost a baby? Did you?" What? I said, "It's the blood." She goes, "Oh, you have your period." I said, "What is a period?" She goes, "That means you are a woman now." I said, "Does that mean that I'm a slut?" She goes, "Did you ever have sex with him?" I said, "No, of course not. I can't do that." She said, "Nobody poisoned you. I just somebody poisoned me, put like a poison in my tea, so I lost my baby, so the king wouldn't marry me and make me the queen." Anyways, I was panicking, but she celebrated it. She said, "You are a woman now."
Yeah.
But look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. I said, "Yes." She goes, "I always tell you, it's not possible for you to get uglier, but there is possibilities. If you touch yourself, you will get uglier."
Yeah.
She said, "Everything's possible."
I didn't think you could get any uglier, but you could if you masturbate. Thanks, Mom.
I couldn't
She's like,
believe it.
"Anyway, welcome to womanhood."
Yes. Yeah. I said, so what's touching? She's like, put your finger near it or go put it inside. That's death.
So she really said this when you were like a kid.
Yes. And she said that you put your finger near it, you're going to get germs inside your vagina. Your whole uterus is going to be
Then you'll really lose the baby.
destroyed, and then you wouldn't be able to carry the baby. Remember your Auntie Sue? She removed her uterus because she touched her pussy when she was a little girl.
That's really fucked up
Her
to tell a
uterus,
kid.
but she had a cancer. But my mom's like, touching yourself causes cancer.
No.
Oh my God, your mom, honestly, the only way that could have gotten me to stop masturbating as a kid, it wouldn't have been like you're going to hell. It is you're going to get ugly.
Yes, that's bad.
Wait.
That's
She
what
was
would have
doing.
stopped
She said
me.
you gotta get uglier.
Yes,
Not ugly.
like even cancer might not have stopped me, but somebody saying
Yeah.
you're gonna get uglier, I would have been like hard stop on
I
masturbating.
know. So I never want to put my finger near my vagina, and I was doing some sports like the jump horse, whatever.
Uh-huh.
I crushed my vagina on the by what do you call it, like the bar.
It's like a gymnastics bar.
I was bleeding. I said, "Mom, I lost my virginity." She's like, "Where?" I said, "At the bar." She goes, "You went to the bar?" I said, "No, the bar." She goes, "Oh,
The pommel
on
horse?
the
yeah,
bar.
yeah." She's it's fine. It's just something broke, but don't worry. As long as you don't touch yourself, you're golden.
Right. So you grew up in China.
Yeah.
When did you move here?
I moved here when I was 18. I was a virgin.
When you were 18. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So your whole childhood was very like conservative
And creepy.
Like, yeah. Okay. But your mom she's still there? Is she here now?
She's here now because
She's
she
here
used to
stealing
be
your
here to abuse me
vibrators.
right next
Yeah.
to me. It's too far for her to scream at me on the phone.
Is she nicer to you now?
She's just she didn't even know she's crazy. She didn't know she's nice, but she would say something that's completely out of reality. Like my boyfriend, she just met him in December, and she would make fried rice, and he'll have a big plate. I have a little bowl. I said, "Mom, I'm also hungry." She goes, he grew big muscles. So you get fat. You're already short. You can't afford to be fat. I'm like, Okay.
So I saw a clip from some comedian. He said nothing cuts deeper than an insult from an older Asian woman.
Yeah, they don't fuck
Because
around.
they're telling you the truth. They're not being funny. Like if you hear something out of their mouth, that's not like someone who's roasting you to be funny. It's like actually,
No, they deeply mean it.
Yeah, she really mean it, and she didn't know she's being mean.
But like that's how she was raised too,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
that's the household she was raised in, and she's just like, this is how it is.
Yes. Yeah, she doesn't understand she's being toxic. She thinks she look out for me.
Right.
She goes, you're bitchy. You know, when you're bitchy, you're skinny, you can be bitchy. But if you got fat, you got to be smiling at people. You don't like that. You're welcome.
I'm sorry that was your experience, and that's really traumatizing for a child. But it's funny.
so you moved here, 18-year-old virgin.
By myself.
You are now divorced, but so how did we get like 18 years old? And then what was your experience? Were you dating? And then when did you get married? And
It took
walk
me a
us
long time
through.
to get hot.
Okay.
Because the
Okay.
confidence, I feel like, is number one. Like for a girl to be hot is the confidence.
Right.
Number one. We are all beautiful. I feel like you are, like everyone is beautiful. It's just that we don't know it because of the society. Especially, I feel so bad for all Gen Z girls. They gotta look at the phones with all the unrealistic beauty standards. Like they just don't feel they are perfect. I mean, I see a lot of Gen Z at my show. I'm like, you guys are so gorgeous.
I know,
I was so
totally.
pretty when I was your age. I did not appreciate. You better get suck dicks and do things. Just enjoy your life. You are as hot as a girl can be. Like I regret I didn't whore around when I was young because I was afraid of becoming a slut and not getting married. I'm very like my mom infused a lot of Confucius value in my brain. I cannot do one night stand. I mean I don't judge any girl who does it, but I just I was too broken to do it, and now I'm finally ready to do it. I got myself a hot guy. I'm good.
What, this guy?
Your
It's-
boyfriend
Yeah, this is my
here?
boyfriend.
So young Chris Stefano, as you
yeah.
described him.
So how long have you guys been together?
How long?
December 3rd, you guys made
We
it
started
official.
dating in October.
How'd you
Okay.
guys meet?
We actually met at my show. His friend was hired to film my show and asked Zing to help. So he was working on the camera. I thought he was gorgeous, but he didn't make a move on me. I'm like, no, you have to ask me out.
Yeah.
But he just thought I was kind of not giving him any vibe. He didn't want it to be like chasing me.
Okay, how'd you
when
turn
I'm
it
not
around?
interested. So the next show I came on June, he showed up with my merch, ass pro shop with my ass on. I'm like, okay, game on.
I love that.
Hi, I'm gonna ride a cowboy tonight. He's actually from Cleveland, Ohio. Then he moved to Austin, Texas to work for Tesla. So he's a little corporate babe.
Okay.
He loves art. So he then, after he left Tesla, he started to work on filming. And he loves storytelling. So perfect now he runs my life. He's basically managing
he
my
work for
tour.
you?
He works for you.
He worked for me, but he also owns my life because I don't know where my underwear is. I don't have
he keeps you
the
like in
power
check?
to touch any key. Anything I touch, it's gone.
Does he dress you, or do you pick out your outfits? You look great today.
I will pick out. I will put on things. He goes, "Can you change this?" I'll change. I'm like, "That's really good for not being gay." Like you, thank you.
Jiaoying, you've been doing great. He's only been around a few months.
Yeah.
You are killing it. You're
Yes.
a boss bitch.
Yeah.
So share as much as you want. But at what age did you get married?
Oh shit. So for the kids of my father, it was 27. I had
Okay.
2 kids.
Okay. And then
I had a first marriage, but it was not acknowledged by my fiance's parents. They hated me. They were Jewish, and they want me to be Jewish. I said I can convert. Like, no, you can't change those eyes. So they just hated me so much.
Okay.
So they asked him to choose between be with me or being disowned by his family.
And
so
you
he
were-
chose me, but it was just too
was
difficult
always
because
hard.
they loved him so much. They was just torn. He was my college sweetheart. So we grew apart. He's a scientist, a very sweet guy. He's like one of the good Russians. There's a few of them. They exist.
okay.
I got one.
You and the Jewish guy were engaged. Did you get married?
We got married, but nobody, his family won't come to the wedding, so we just have a little ceremony.
Okay.
So it wasn't acknowledged by his family. It was just really painful. There's no more holiday, no more nothing. It was just he was very close to them. That was just very hard for me.
Yeah, that's really tough.
So we were in college together. Then we moved to Los Angeles together.
Okay.
He went to Irvine for college.
Okay.
For his PhD. I lived in LA, so we just kind of drift apart. But he's doing well now. He's in Denver, and
Okay.
he's a scientist. And my husband of like the father of my kids, I met him in 2017. And
After this guy.
Yeah, after that. That was, we had 2 kids together. It didn't work out. He's a businessman from Shanghai, very conservative. I thought he love bombed me because he liked how ambitious I was. Like, oh, this is an exotic animal. Let me shoot it. Then he caught me and he stopped like literally pulling my feathers one by one per day, like slowly.
Were you doing comedy back then?
I was doing acting and he gave me the false idea of he's very, because he liked art. His friends are all investing in media. He wanted to do it for fun. And dating me was kind of fun. He put money for a big project for me. And then it was just, he started to tell me that how I look. It wasn't, in China, my skin was too dark. My jawline was too strong. My lips were too big. I was too fat. They wanted like 70 pounds. K-pop star.
Okay.
Skinny, white, bleached asshole. So
you guys
I
were
was,
living in America at the time?
Beijing. I moved to China for him. I quit my job. I had a corporate job. I was working for a hedge fund. I was making great money while I was doing acting. I was very young and happy, like I was in my own power. So I wanted young girls, like when you have in your own power, don't let anyone to rescue you. Even though they rescue you, do not give up your identity, do not give up who you are. And I started to, he didn't like how much I talk. Slowly, he didn't like my skin color. I need to hide from the sun and start bleaching my skin for the movie. Because the director and producer like, your skin's too dark to be the leading role, because in China they want light skin, and then they want me to lose 20 pounds, and I start eating spinach. Then I realized that I couldn't remember my lines on set. They're like, "Oh, don't worry, we have voiceover. She's an amazing actress. She's ugly, but you have her voice.
Oh my gosh,
she'll make you look good." I'm like, "Wait a minute, how I look is wrong. I can't have any facial expressions because they think my smiles are too big, and I look too eager and weird." And then my voice is not okay. I'm like, okay, I can't do it. Then after that was the downhill for my marriage.
Okay.
My ex like, you are weak and lazy. You refuse to lose weight because you are fat. You won't eat. And he just started to show his true color. And he didn't really love me. He just thought it's fun.
Yeah.
Because he had a obedient wife. You know, she's very obedient. She's an accountant. She's lucky to have him. And he has a lot of money to give her to stay home and do nothing. And then he just thought that this bird, this eagle, whatever, let me catch it and start pulling the feather and putting a cage.
It was like a challenge.
Yeah, it's like he wanted to cage me up and see how I become a domestic, like a little cat. That's how I felt. That's where his fun's from. He didn't love me as my identity. That was a very dehumanizing experience. That's worse than my childhood. My mom is mean, but she would do anything for me. Deep down, she loved me to support my dreams, but he wanted me to feel wrong about my own skin, my voice, my skin color, how I look, especially how I talk to people. He think I'm just too eager. When I communicate with my maid, I'll be like, "How are you?" Give her a hug and talk to her. Like, you can't talk to servants like that. You are losing my face. I'm just like, she's a woman. I'm a woman. Like I that's who I am. I want to hug. She goes, she's dirty. I'm like, we are not the same people. Like I would never. Slowly I realized that. Then I moved back to LA.
You got divorced and moved back.
I had my son, and I was gonna get a divorce, and I got pregnant, and then I really decided to get divorce because this baby, I need to make sure she didn't have to see how I was just caged by someone who's.
It's abusive.
It's mentally mentally abusive.
Yeah.
He was never physically abusive, but I slapped him
emotionally.
and he choked me. It was my fault. I should not slap him.
Oh my God.
It's okay. He choked me. I hit him with a wooden cutting board. He's fine. He's fine. I mean, I had to. I mean, he's not like the violent kind. He just like you slap me. He was like shocked. But anyway, he's mentally abusive, and I guess I couldn't. I couldn't do. I love money. You know, I love financial freedom. I can't. Like every day you wake up, like you can't eat. Like I have to put the bleaching lotion on my skin to look whiter. I can't do it.
Right.
I want to empower girls who look all shape or form, and I'm not gonna change into a different person to empower girls to bleach their skins and not eat. Girls gotta eat. Girls gotta eat.
Yeah, at the request of your partner. On top of that.
Yeah, and he's trying to tell me he loves me.
So you got pregnant, and that was like the cue to just get out of there.
Yeah, I was pregnant. I'm like, I'm keeping this baby. She's a girl. She's the gift of my life. I'm keeping her. I'm gonna call my mom. I'm gonna try stand-up comedy.
Oh my gosh.
Pregnant?
And that's when you started
Yeah.
it. Okay.
It was tough.
You moved back to LA.
Yeah.
And started stand up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got my first open mic. I sucked the balls, and I bought a comedy club right away in a month. I'm like, I suck. Let me get on
Bought the
stage.
comedy club.
Yeah. I know how much I suck, and I heard there's nobody laughing. I'm like, this is not gonna work. We need 10,000 hours. Let's get 10,000 hours. I'm not gonna. I can't get on any stage. Like I am a single mom now, so I can't whore around and get on stage. I need to buy my own place, so I can get on stage, and that's what I did.
That is such a baller story. I was pregnant. I left my husband. I wanted to be a comedian. I bought a comedy club.
Yeah,
But I mean, it absolutely is. But it's like, to your point, you committed to it, to the craft. And you're like, this is how I have to get the hours. This is how I have to get, I mean, it's hard to get spots.
It's so hard.
And you do have to run around. You have to ask people. Like lately, I've just been like, I'll do anything. You know, like I need the time.
And sometimes the lottery mag is the worst. The lottery mag is the worst. You wait there for 3 hours and you realize, I didn't get pulled.
Right. Yes. Open mics are torture.
It's so hard. I left my rich husband penniless. I have one boy, one Chinese boy, and a baby girl in my stomach. And studying comedy, people think I'm a massage whore. I'm like, I do nails. What are you talking about? You know, like, why do you call me a massage whore? And then I realized the worst thing I can ever do at that moment, I don't want to do, but I have to do is to call my mom and beg her to come to America and to help me with the kids so I can do comedy. That is a big thing for me. I escaped from my mother. Like when I was 18, I escaped from her verbal abuse. Now I have to call her, to beg her, to tell her I was wrong, because she was not happy when I married my husband.
Okay.
He was very rich. I thought she was greedy. She would love the money, but no. She think he's 20 years older than me. She's actually very smart because she's so mean. I don't respect her brilliance, but she said that he and him, you are just like a fresh and new flavor of the week for him. It's
like
fun.
she saw that what was going on.
Yes, and the value you have and him is very different. He's very traditional. Woman should walk behind a man.
Yeah.
In his world, because he's her age, and I should not do it, and I will be miserable. And she was right. I didn't want to tell her she's right, but I told Mom, you're right. She goes, oh, just for that sentence, I'm coming.
That's how you won her over?
Yeah.
So this is crazy. So your mom moved here from China to like
Speaking English
to help you raise your children, so you could be out doing comedy
during COVID.
Yeah,
my gosh.
She couldn't come because Trump had a ban. China and America,
Right.
China can't fly there.
Right.
So I have to flew her to Dubai. My crazy hedge fund girlfriend lived there. So she put my mom in a hotel for 14 days to make sure she's COVID free. And then my mom flew from Dubai to LA. And then she came. And once I had her, we found a little apartment and we took a kid and we had the baby girl and I had the club and I just started to build this comedy thing from nothing. But I had to make it because they got to eat. You know, the kids got to eat. My son needs a trust fund. He's a Chinese boy. He didn't get laid. My daughter, she's gonna be so smart and brilliant. So I need to fix my mental problem in order for her to not cut me out.
I think you're gonna do great. So how's it going with your mom?
She is.
You guys live together.
We live together. There's hard times. My mom slowly are nice to me now because I can make money now. So she just like, you look so fabulous.
But your relationship sounds like it's improved.
It's improved. It's just after I became a mother, I understand that the level of sacrifice, she sacrificed everything for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't ask her to. She could get an abortion, but she kept me even though my penis was missing and she could blame me for not being a boy. But I realized my mother's life has been, when she was a little girl, my grandpa died. When my mother was 7, she lost her father. She had 4 brothers and they had no money and she was starving because the boys eat food because they had to go to school. She stayed home and she's always hungry and they never give her food. So she wanted to become strong and successful so she can take care of, she would never be hungry again. And my father is an alcoholic, so my mother just raised us by herself. She just never had a childhood. You know, when she's 16, she married. She married. She's 18, but the Chinese calendar, she's like barely turning 17.
Yeah.
She married him. She had me, and then she just needed a boy, so she kept having babies, and she had to take care of us. So she never had a life.
It's just tough to find warmth when you've never seen it in your own life. You know, like she just had a really tough life, it sounds like. And she gave to you what she thought she could, which is just like be strong, be a badass, you know, be what society wants you to be. Like she mothered you the only way that she could.
Yeah.
And then you're like repairing this relationship through your own motherhood journey. I don't
Yeah.
know. That sounds so cheesy, but it's like
So cheesy.
You looking back and being like, this is all she went through. Like can have more compassion, empathy towards her. I don't know. It obviously sounds like it's not perfect, but I really do like to hear about your relationship with her.
Yes, I remember when I was dating this boy from Kentucky, and he was not great. He was a Kentucky boy. We were dating. He cheated on me, and I was breaking up with him, and he pushed me, and I felt I broke my finger, and I said, "Mom, I broke my finger." My mom was just like, she said, "You FaceTime me now." I remember she told me that. She's like, 弱肉强食. She goes, "The weak ones gotta get eaten. The strong one survives. You better become strong. You cannot cry about it. You're gonna go to the gym. You're gonna work hard. You're gonna be great. You're gonna look good. You're gonna feel good." You remember the Nanking massacre? The Japanese came over and murdered like 200,000 people. They raped the pretty girls because what? Because we were weak. Because China was weak. That's why we got raped and murdered. Do you want to get raped and murdered? I'm like, no, Mom. She goes, don't be weak. Don't cry like a little bitch. Go to the gym, work out. Go find a job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Be rich. Don't cry. Bye. And
She's like an inspirational speaker.
Yeah.
She's like
the Nanking massacre. Let me show
Tony
you.
Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
With
She
your
goes,
mom.
it's very bad for us. We were weak and the pretty girl got murdered, ripped, and the ugly one got murdered. You know? Don't be weak. If you're weak, be pretty.
I mean, that'll make you strong.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Mom. So I can't cry in front of her.
It sounds like you like saved your daughter, and I feel
I want-
really,
yeah.
it's like beautiful.
She's the reason why I said, I was thinking, I'm like, I got rejected so many times in acting because of my accent, and I felt that I had to run with my auditioning. I got very close to some major series that I could be the lead, but they end up choosing other options because the other actress, they don't have an accent. They have more credit under their belts. I always don't get personal. It's because my mother was a businesswoman. She owned restaurants and a mining company. So I understand it's always a business decision, you know, like they choose the girls over me because those girls are going to be more marketable than me, you know, like they are more famous. Therefore, it's the movies, the TV shows to be better. Like I understand why I failed, but I know I cannot do acting anymore. And I tried to stand up. I realized that is more difficult than acting. So I felt that I either just don't try stand up and go live with my husband, with my son, just disappear. But when I had my daughter, I was pregnant and I find out it's a girl. I decided to keep her and keep myself. I decided to leave. Mm-hmm. And I also decided to take both kids, even though that means I have no child support. I won't get any money from him, but I need the kids. I could not imagine my life without them, or being apart from them, because he's gonna take them to China. So we had a lawsuit that it took a long time that I finally compromised everything. I want no money, no child support. I want 2 kids.
Wow.
I want them to live with me. That's all I want. And he thought I was kidding, so he agreed to it. Because he knew I would come back and beg him for money because it's so expensive.
Right. He was just like, she's not going to go through
No,
with it.
she's not gonna. Then I powered through it. I sold all my purse. I sold all my jewelry. I borrowed money to friends as much as I can borrow, and then I made comedy happen.
Oh my God. Jiaoying, your story. I've talked to you throughout like the
I
years
can't
of
believe
just
it.
like going through it and
Yes.
just like, don't get it twisted. I don't have any money out of this. You know what I mean? Like I've had to just like do this all on my own, post divorce, 2 kids. I mean, it's so wildly impressive.
It is, and
Thank
I can't
you.
wait for your daughter to like really have those moments with you where she like really understands what you did for her.
I just love without him yelling at me and screaming at me, and you know, for her to grow up without looking at that. It's just so much peaceful. And this morning I woke up and we're going to Cubs in San Francisco this weekend, and we know we sold out early shows, but like yesterday we were like 30% sold for the lake show. Like this morning they are both sold out. The 4 shows are sold out. I asked my boyfriend, I think it's a glitch. I don't think it's real. And then Silvio, my agent, called, and my manager called, like, yeah, they are adding the Sunday shows. I'm like, I cannot believe it.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Yeah. I thought it's a glitch. I'm like, there's no way.
Right.
Because it's the Cubs. It's like, it's not
Cubs is
punchline.
huge.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to you about, like, it sounds like you're driven from your life experience and your mom and all this, but like you really, like we were joking about this phrase yesterday, failure is not an option. You seem like you are like, you started comedy, you're like, I sucked at it. People will get roles over me for this reason and that. Like, you just keep pushing. You are making it as we speak, and you will continue to just like get even more famous, more success. But like, I don't know. I'm just curious about like where it comes from and what makes you like be like, I'm going to stop at nothing to achieve these goals.
I think when I was a younger girl, I'm ambitious, but I lack of the faith and belief because of life was hard. Childhood was difficult, but I didn't really have kids, like children. I felt that I feel like when I was a young girl, I felt like if I failed, I'm just gonna marry a rich guy. A rich guy is gonna take care of me. Like I don't have to worry about anything. But when I have kids, it's not an option because the rich guy, if he has to pay for my children, I have to listen to him. I can't do what I want. I have to be very obedient. Imagine somebody is taking care of your kids. Why should they? If they are, you have to listen to them, do whatever they want you to do. And that's not going to be healthy for my daughter and my son to be raising. I remember that I'm a little bitch. So I wanted to give them everything. And I want them to live a life with dignity and like a role model they can always look up to. Whenever something bad happens, they're like, mom would power through. Like mom would not judge me. And that's what mom did. Because I think showing them living as example is worth a million words of education. Like you don't have to teach them to be strong, don't be lazy. My son see how hard I work, my daughter see it. And they see how hard grandma work. So they would I think that was the best gift I can give them, even though we were so poor. When I just left, I had nothing. He took all the savings and even the house we bought together, he want me to pay him half the money. Like he didn't need the money. He just want to drive me penniless, so I have no option. But I knew what he wanted, and I'm like, comedy is going to happen. I'm going to feed the kids. They are going to live a good life. So I think the children gave me no plan B. I didn't have a plan B. I'm gonna do it. I'll be a stripper. Like my kids are gonna go to good school. I'll be a stripper. I really don't care. I will do whatever it takes to give them the best thing I can give them and not give up my dreams. I'll be stripping at night and go to open mic at daytime. I don't give a fuck. I decide to do this, I'll do it. And I always knew I was funny when I was a little girl. Always funny. So I know I can do it. I just need to get good. And it is that take time. I just have to have patience to get good. And I don't believe in luck. I just need to buy the club and I host the open mic 10 hours a day. Nobody can do it. Because people are normal, no crazy bitch. I was cleaning the toilet. I was setting up the open mic slots, and I was making the flyers. I was standing outside the Laugh Factory, the improv at the open mic days to give out flyers to my club.
Yeah.
Nobody believed I opened the club, and then they were like, "You're not kidding." I said, "The storefront is a frontage sign."
This is an amazing story. I'm just very moved by it, but like. We talked a lot about like saving your daughter, but like also your son being raised in that environment and seeing a man treat his wife like that and how a man just controls women. Like I think you're going to raise a better man now because that's not the example that he sees. And you meet men that are raised by like single women that just like hustled and did everything they could. And like those are great partners to have.
Yes. When I took my daughter, he took my son. He came and got my son. He's like, I'm going to divide them. I'm getting the boy, you're getting the girl. Unless you have the money to take care of them, which you don't.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen my son for 2 months. That's the longest I've never seen him. And he won't let me see him. And when I saw him, he stopped talking.
Your son did?
Yeah, he won't talk.
Oh my God.
But he can still hear when the washer starts, he just goes like this. So I know so I started checking and they were thinking he's autistic. So we started to go to the occupational therapy, but the doctor said, we don't know yet. We have to wait until
really young,
he's a little older to evaluate, but he definitely is, he's not talking and we need to see what's going on. So I decided, I think I just went there and I just took him. I said, I will have the money. They are not gonna. I'm gonna give you whatever you want in the divorce. I want no money, nothing. Even my cars in China, the house, whatever. I'm taking him. So I took him, and then after around a month, he started to talk.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I find out that he said that when he can talk again, he said that whenever he pisses him off, he basically time out him in a room
To not talk.
to lock him there and punish him. It's like a very old-fashioned way of doing it when you have no food, you leave the kid at home and you just like, but that's just like he can't handle it. Also, he didn't see me anymore and he didn't have a conversation. It's like we are divorced or like he's like she died,
Oh my God.
Like
Right.
just
He's
like
traumatized.
don't talk, just shh, because the Chinese
scared,
parenting is like don't talk to me. Shh. I give you food, just eat, shut up. So I'm like I'll do whatever.
And now he's a mom that talks for a living.
Yes,
So
and he's opening for me too. He's on stage, telling jokes.
How old is he?
He's only 6.
Oh my God.
he comes on stage.
No, he come on stage and he is He is a trip. When we were in DC, he got on stage with his little tiny Chinese guy. He goes, "Oh my gosh, there are so many black people in DC. I guess the only white person lives in the White House." I'm like, why did I
got jokes?
not write this? This
He
is a good
wrote a
one.
set.
He wrote that. He came up with it. He just like, I'm like, okay.
He's gonna be
What?
funny.
I'm so
That
happy
kid's
his
gonna
father
swag.
left. We need that trauma for him to be funny.
Yeah, he's got the trauma locked
Yeah,
and
you
loaded.
need it.
Yeah. I don't have enough trauma.
He talks now. I can't believe it. I mean, he can't shut up. He's like, meh, 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 meh.
He took that time off of
Yeah.
talking. He's making
Yeah.
up for lost time.
I'm like, you know what? I hate that, but like, I prayed for this moment.
yeah.
I cried to I'm like, I'm gonna one day he's gonna talk nonstop. I'll be annoyed by it. Now it happened.
So tell us about some things that have happened in your comedy career. Like that have you been like, I can't believe this is really happening. Like I saw you like with LeBron. Like, I don't know. Like you had some really crazy
I
experience.
couldn't believe it. I was going to Buffalo, New York to do my show, and then LeBron's office reached out for me to be on the shop with him and Andre 3000, and because Andre 3000 requested me as his favorite comedian. I know Outcast. Like I know their songs, but like I could not believe.
You're Andre 3000's favorite comedian.
I can't believe it. We just texting. He was sending me traffic cones because that's his favorite. I was sending him traffic cones, and he said, "Oh, you can use my song "So Fresh, So Clean" for your welcome song for
your
your special."
special. Yeah.
And he's so sweet. I can't. I'm like, he's like, I watch you on YouTube every day, and he can say my name perfectly. So now I have no excuse. People can't say Jiaoying. I'm like, Andre 3000 can say it. You can say it.
You can say
it's
it.
Jiaoying, or call me Hey Ya. Whatever.
And what, he was like, LeBron and I want to meet up and
Yeah,
podcast?
so he's like, so LeBron, he saw all my stuff. Andre sent him, and he was quoting my jokes when I met him. I lost my.
LeBron
I
was.
couldn't believe it. He's like big lips, small lips. I was like,
to have somebody like that quoting you. Yeah.
What is LeBron like?
he is very tall and
Okay.
is, but his energy and his state is basically in his 20s because he spent I don't know how many $1 million a year on his health maintenance.
Yes. Like
Like
his
his-
physical age. He's in his 20s. Yeah.
So he definitely looks super young. And
Yes,
he giggles. He laughs.
I forget he has like adult children.
that's on his team.
like I
Bronny
just-
plays with him.
I just
Yeah.
forget because I look at him and I'm like, he's just young.
He's fascinating. I watched this Netflix show called Starting Five. Like people like him and Tom Brady also who have made their body their whole business. Like they literally are physically younger than any of their counterparts because of what they've done. I find it like very fascinating.
Yeah, I think he's also kind of cute. He's very spontaneous, and he would always during the show he's rapping Andre's song. What like my bitch choosy, never ever fuck with a robber, like whatever it is. I forgot the song.
But LeBron was rapping.
Rapping, but
Andre's song.
every lyric is wrong, and he just keep doing it. And Andre's like, huh? And then LeBron, every time he raps, it's like the wrong lyric, but he's so into it. He grew up listening. Like Andre 3000 is his icon. He would he would buy ticket to go to a little club where Andre is playing his flute, and he just show up there without telling him, and just go there. That's how much he loves Andre.
I love Andre 3000.
They
I saw him
wanted
in the
to.
Whole Foods in Atlanta once. I was actually one time I saw him twice in a day. I was like, this
insane,
is crazy.
Ashley. That's crazy.
The first, I forget where it was the first, and I saw him later in Whole Foods. I was like, this is wild.
That is crazy.
awesome.
I've never seen anybody twice in a day.
Yeah.
I have a question for you because like you talk about how you grew up with a lot of like shame around sex, and it seems like you're very like confident and like
Yeah.
you dress so great and you seem very feminine and in touch with yourself. Like, was there something that happened that like made you change your attitude about sexuality?
When I become a pretty girl, I realized that I was desirable. Like I wasn't pretty. It's because like, I knew I wasn't pretty. It's a whole stereotype in China. I had short hair and I was slouching because I didn't. My boob came in. I was very embarrassed.
Me too. I used to kind of
Right?
slouch and try
Yeah.
to hide my boobs.
And then I had acne on my forehead because I'm nervous. I pick myself like this, I mean, I was just like wearing my glasses, just hiding around in the corner, slouching around like a rat. Obviously, nobody's gonna fuck that.
You were just awkward.
Very awkward. But I just started tutoring for the school. I was a math tutor, my job on the side to make extra cash.
Okay.
And I started to tutor for the basketball players. Then once I started tutoring them,
like a
all the
porn.
hot sorority girls, yeah, it's a hot porn. All the sorority hot girls, like I would wish they can be my friend. They won't even look at me, and they start to like, hey, we'd like invite you to, because they know I have access to
the basketball players?
to the guys.
Yeah.
So they start trying to be nice to me, and they're like. It's literally like a makeover from Sheer, like from Clueless.
Clueless, yeah.
Like they saw this little awkward girl, like we can make you hot. You know, they start to like, why don't you just stop slouching? I'm like, but I don't like my boobs. He goes, oh, those are good. You want them? I'm like, oh, I got my first bra. They took me to Victoria's Secret. I got my first bra. I got this because I got it like they would measure me.
Was this in China or in America?
in America?
Okay, it
In
sounds
Kentucky.
very like
In
American
Kentucky.
Yeah, I
sorority
was like, this
girls.
happened in
is not
China?
Chinese sorority
Yeah,
girls.
no.
Okay, so they were like, let's buy a bra, let's do like a makeover.
Yeah, then I just I still
Wednesdays
like
we wear
try to
pink.
slouch, and then they introduce the contact to me, eye contact lenses. I'm like, oh,
This is a true like makeover,
makeover.
story. Yeah.
but I was still don't. I mean, like okay, I'm not that ugly. That's cool. I can be normal girl now. That's fun. But then I'm a painter. I do calligraphy. I was trained to do calligraphy and painting. So I just had this friend that she does modeling, and they have a photo shoot. They have a makeup artist whose babysitter can't do it, and they said we need somebody to paint the butterflies on the eye and the things like. Do you know anyone? I said. I don't know any makeup artists. They were like, it's $200 a day. I said, I can do it.
Yeah. I'll do the makeup.
I do it.
Face is the same as a piece
so
of
I
paper.
went to
I'll
I
fucking
went
draw on
to
this face.
buy makeup at the Ulta, whatever it is. I went there and I just paint. I just see which one is easy to paint. I bought those stuff I can paint. I can paint like a real painter. So I did it. They're like, you are amazing. Like you are better
First
than
time out of the gate.
yeah. I'm like, I am. I just painted. They're like, yeah, that's what they do. You paint. I'm like, yeah, I do that though. I become a makeup artist.
So you became a makeup artist.
Then
Okay.
I start working with those pretty girls, and they just keep telling me, "You are so pretty." I'm like, "Who? You? This is so sweet." They're like, "You know what? Why don't you do this shoot with me for Harley Davidson because they need an Asian girl, and they don't have it in Kentucky." I said, "I don't have bikini. I can't." No. You have they have bikinis. I said, "But I don't have a body for it." They're like, "Yeah, you'll be fine." I said, I just can't do it. It's my shift. I'm working for the Miyako restaurant, Japanese restaurant. I'm serving for like all day on Sunday. They're like, it's $900. I said, I'll do it.
I'll put a bikini on.
Yeah, I put a bikini on and I did a Harley Davidson cover shoot and I said goodbye. I said goodbye to
the restaurant.
to the restaurant, to being ugly. I bought a condom and I'm fine. I became good.
I feel like that's not the question you asked, but there was a way better answer.
It's a great answer.
I'm like, I bought condoms. I am good.
It's just funny, like you bought a bra and took your glasses off, and they're like, "She's hot."
No, it's like she's all that.
That's
You were a painter.
Do you
like,
know that movie?
I watched when I was very young. She's all that.
she's all that, and
Is
you were
that-
even like a painter. Like they,
Oh
like
my
Lainey
gosh.
Boggs.
She had like coveralls that she used to wear, and they just took them off, and
Yeah.
she just like had a hot body under there.
I cannot believe it. I couldn't believe it. I become hot because that's my dream is to become a pretty girl. In my dream, since I was a little girl, I'm like, I want to become pretty. My mom's like, don't wear pink. Your skin's too dark to wear pink. You make pink pinker. I'm like,
You're like,
that's
these
the whole
girls told me
idea.
that we wear pink on Wednesdays.
Yes, that's why we pink on Wednesdays. That's why girls with dark skin like to bright color because it looks even better on dark skin.
Mm-hmm.
Bright pink, bright yellow. You know, my mom's like, don't wear it. Just wear black. Hide yourself.
But you were like a late bloomer. You were like, you didn't lose your virginity till what, 18, 19, something like that?
I was a virgin in Kentucky for a year and a half.
Okay. And then, you had some of this stigma around like sex and masturbation from your mom. Like, did it all just kind of like melt away or did you still have to work through?
I still can't masturbate.
Okay. Oh, you still can't.
I can't. I'm gonna learn from vibes only.
Okay.
To open up my sexuality and my womanhood with those two queens.
Are you able, this is weird with your boyfriend here, but are you able to like orgasm with a partner?
Yes.
Okay. And you feel like good about that?
I had penetration sex. That's the only way I can come, and that's why I saw that. I never believed that girls can come from getting eaten out. I don't believe it. I just don't think it's a thing. It never happened to me before.
I can do it. It's
It is a
crazy.
thing.
It's a crazy.
I didn't know it.
But
Me too.
it never worked for you.
Never. And then my boyfriend, he is the first person in my life made me come.
From going
Slow
down
clap
on you?
for
Going
you.
down on me,
Okay.
and every time I go down, I come. Like I couldn't believe it.
Oh my god!
I can't believe it.
That's
I don't
so
think that my body
amazing.
can do it.
Okay, but I really feel
I
like
don't
it's
believe
hard.
it.
So like somebody was going down on me the other day, and I had to like drop into my body a little bit more. Like I had to say to
Yeah.
myself, like, I am gonna stop thinking about other things. I'm gonna stop judging the decor in this room. I'm just gonna like enjoy this. And like the minute I committed to just like dropping into my body, I was like, oh, I'm gonna come so fast. But it takes a second for me to like
secret.
like relax because like when you're having sex with another person, like you're both doing something, but when someone's going down, you're just laying there. It's hard for me. I start to get a little anxious, and I'm just like, what does this taste like for him? How does this feel for him? Like,
You start thinking about your to-do list.
I really do. I was like, this
You're
thing,
voice noting me.
This wall hang is fucking stupid. Like, but
That's why I asked about the orgasm, because I mean, women just were always in our head. So on top of whether you were raised with any stigma or shame or not, like there's other stuff going on swirling in your head that prevents you from getting in touch with your body and having an orgasm. So it seems like you were able to find it. Okay, what are your like eating out tips? Do you have a special strategy?
Yeah. Come to sit here.
So we brought you into the shot because I want to ask, like, what's the secret to
eating pussy.
to making Jiaoying come, who never believed?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with what you guys are talking about, and like the mental state of where you're at, and the relax and the trust between you and your partner, and the connection you two have, and what they're doing. I think just her focusing on me and what I'm doing, and trusting what I'm doing, and having that trust with me is a big part of it. Because if you don't have that, it's like it doesn't matter what you do. You're not going to get to where you want to go. But if you have that there, what you're doing is going to be effective, and then. Foreplay goes a lot into it. I think that's a big part of it. Most people miss on it.
Yes.
It's the lead up into the activity that matters just as much as the activity.
She's getting
itself.
horny just hearing you talk about it.
I was thinking about his hair helps because I grab his hair.
He has good hair. Yes.
What are your favorite things about Jiaoying? Like what drew you to her?
I mean, I'm so happy you guys are talking about her story. That was the first thing I fell in love with her, because she tells it on stage too. And then with the first show I saw her, I thought she was hilarious. But I also I've always liked ambitious women. I've always been with...
Your mom is very ambitious and hardworking.
Yeah, I've had ambitious girlfriends before, and I think that's probably the common denominator between it. And that was so evident in what, the jokes she was telling, but also just hearing about, like, you guys, just talking about all she did and all she overcame to get to where she is. Like, I wanted to be part of it on the biz. Like, in the beginning, like she said, I didn't know she was interested in me, attracted me. I just was so interested in just being part of her life in like whatever I can do on the business side, because I knew like from the conversation we briefly had about how things were going, I knew like my expertise was a lot of what she was looking for, so I felt like I could help her out, and like this person I believed in from the beginning, and I found her attractive, but like that's where it started. It didn't start with like physical attraction, and that was where it ended up happening very soon after that, but because we started talking, I started telling her how I felt about her story, and yeah, I mean, that was what drew me to her more than anything.
No, you are stepdad to a Chinese girl.
Yeah, I love her and her daughter. Her daughter, I have
They are the
good
best.
connection.
They're best friends.
How long did it take before you introduced your kids to him?
2 months.
2 months.
2 days after we became official, though.
But we
December
traveled
5th.
every week together to different cities, so we got to know each other in a faster track.
Right. I know you guys said that earlier, like we've only been together for 3 months, but I actually did when you said that, I'm like, it feels longer because we've been to 21 cities together, and we, since December 3rd, have spent all of 10 days apart.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
deep is
so
the
you guys are on
connection.
the road together.
Yeah.
We are. Yeah, for most people in 3-month relationship in the beginning, we have put
Full
in
steam
time
ahead.
for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Absolutely.
Thank
That's right.
you.
Look at my nails.
What? They're good. They're fine.
You chipped off. I'm envious of yours. I'm going to mix and match. I'm gonna do one pink and one mint.
I'm jealous of your little schoolgirl outfit.
Oh, this is you gotta be
amazing.
shocked by how much this cost. This is cost $5.
Oh my god.
On Target. I went to buy. I promised I'll make him pasta, which I don't know how. I went to go get tomato, and this one is there, $5. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this.
I like it. It's a vibe.
very
I would
cheap.
copy that whole outfit. I just like that he said that he just wanted to be part of your life. Like he just was like, whatever she's got going on, I just want to be in her aura and her energy. I'm so impressed by her story, so inspired. Like I just think that's a great starting point.
Yeah.
You hear people say like, "Oh, I just thought she was hot." He was just like, "I just want to be whatever she's got going on. I want to just be a part of it." So
He's so stoic that I don't even worry he's hot, because he's not gonna when he opens his mouth, girls are gonna cry. I remember
but he's not
one-
going to talk to anybody. Is that
No,
what
he
you
just when we were cuddling, we just started dating kind of. Like I put his hand on my boob, like, do you like them? He goes, I'm an ass man. I'm like,
Like,
good.
he's just blunt.
I'm like, good. He's not gonna cheat on me. He can't. He won't. He'll just be disgusted by everything. She's like, everything he says, girls gonna be like, you are an asshole. I'll be like,
That's how my fiance is. Like, I'm like,
Let me know.
Like, if he's even like, I feel like even if a woman would have the audacity to flirt with him, he'd be pissed. He'd be like, "How dare you?" Don't.
I love that.
Like, he's just kind of a dick. Like,
yeah, I love that.
I like it. He's not like a flirt.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like I just I'm confident, but like I think like if someone's cheating on me, I just can't handle it. I'm just too proud. I can't handle it. I don't know how, but I just really don't.
Well, I think you guys are gonna do great.
Yeah.
Do sex emails and
Yeah,
stuff?
let's do a
I'm
couple
dying.
emails.
Yeah, so I mean, you're just so fun and spicy.
Yeah.
So we do a game sometimes, our listeners, and we say, email us your Is This Weird scenarios, and we did a sex-based one for you.
Yeah.
And we just got some emails, and we're going to judge, is this weird or not?
Nice.
I like this one. I was sucking my man's dick and he kept pushing my head further to eat his ass. So me being the down ass bitch I am, I ate his ass. The second I started licking this man's ass, he says, hold on, we're going to switch positions. And then he flips around onto his knees to him in a full doggy style. So this guy's on all fours.
He's on all fours.
He's on all fours.
Okay.
Like, I'm talking back arched, face down, ass up. That's the way we like to fuck. And then he says, okay, I'm good, signaling he's ready for me to continue licking his butthole. Very jarring, but I still had a great time. I wore the pants in this hookup. A month later, I had a threesome with him and his twin brother.
Oh, that's a plot twist.
Oh, I think she's asking, is the butthole thing weird? But I would like to ask more questions about the threesome.
Yeah.
Twins.
Twins.
What if you got confused?
What if their penises touched by accident?
What do you think their penises look the same?
I think so.
Well, are they
Similar.
identical or fraternal?
Yeah.
I have so many. I wish I would have emailed her back. Sis, tell us about the threesome.
Can you explain that? Hold on. I feel like I'm confused a little bit. So
Okay,
he,
so
he
he's on
wanted
his
to have
back.
his ass eaten on all fours.
So he was on his back. She was going down on him, and basically he was like, "Lick my butthole." And she was like, "All right, basically like getting happy, baby." Like lift your knees up, and she's looking from that angle, and he's like, "No, no, no! I need you to have more access to my butthole." And then he got on all fours, which the one time I ate a butt, that is how it was.
It's key to the city.
Wait, so where are you? Are you also on all fours?
You're kind
It's
of
like
on all
a
fours
centipede
behind
thing?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the other scenario would be that they were standing and you're on your knees, like licking their butthole, which people have done that to me before.
Yeah. Jiaoying, give us all your thoughts on eating
Um,
ass.
What are your butthole?
I
feelings?
never had anal sex. I'm saving it for the third marriage.
Okay, and what butthole stuff?
I mean, I never licked butthole before, but I like the smell of his ball sack. I just like it.
I did not know where the sentence was going. I was like, how's she going to
judge.
land the plane?
I don't judge.
Does he ever like teabag you?
Putting his dick on my face,
His balls on your face.
balls and
In your mouth.
dick in my mouth. Yeah,
Okay.
Rayna's just trying to find teabag community because she got
I got
teabagged.
teabagged.
I like. I mean, I just love the smell of his ball sack. Like just as long as it's close to my nose, I'm good.
Do you think that's because you love him?
I think so because
I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys said that yet.
we both of us has really strong nose.
Okay.
We can sniff everything. If he fucks someone, I can sniff the pussy from the hallway. I'll be like Japanese, you know.
Okay, well,
that's
let's
time.
Great, that brings us to our next
brings
email,
us to our
actually.
next email. So she writes in. She says, I once went on a really great tour in Tulum before Tulum turned into Burning Man Crypto Broville. That's so funny. And the tour guide was really smart, funny, and hot. So naturally, my friends and I agreed to get drinks with him after the day tour ended, and I got smashed and brought him back to our Airbnb and banged him. Turns out he had a baby mama partner he failed to mention, whoops, who was calling him over and over again. He starts freaking out, saying she will be able to tell that he cheated because she will smell the latex from the condom we obviously used, as one does when banging strangers in Tulum and in general. So I told him to wash his dick off and get out. He goes in the bathroom and washes only his penis, comes back into the room buck-ass naked and asks me to sniff it. For no godly reason I can imagine, post this particular moment in time, I comply with this request. I literally bend down and take a whiff. I tell him, smells like soap, and he goes, shit, she's definitely going to be able to tell. At this point, like,
What is it supposed to smell like?
What's it supposed to
Musty?
be?
at this point, I regain my wits a bit, suggest he rub his sweaty clothes around his body to create a uniform smell.
Great
She's
call.
Uniform
she's a
smell.
scientist.
Jesus.
And inform him that's the
Brilliant.
last way I'll be participating in this ridiculous, unconsented to deception and that he needs to get the fuck out of my Airbnb and go take care of his child. To this day, I don't understand why I sniffed that penis.
Yeah, I feel like I would have. Like, you know me. I would have been down
she's
there.
such a nice lady.
The vibe is that, oh God, now we're in this together. Now we have to
gotta
solve
bury the
this-
body together,
Yes.
the penis body.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't want it to smell like vagina or latex or soap.
Yeah.
So
Well, the
I,
vagina's off of it once that he's washed it.
Yeah.
But
But
now
I don't know.
it's-
You think you could detect?
Yes, I can smell the hint of the vagina.
that happened to me
and
once. I can,
hint.
you
the
can smell
snack.
it.
Yeah,
You can definitely smell it.
I
knew
have a
some-
dog. When I go to my grandpa's house, I said, "Grandpa, there's a snake in there. I can sniff it. I
Okay.
can sniff it. So like a scent either turn me on or turn me off. So like the smell of his hair and his ball sack. The ball sack are like the most
That's your
intense
top.
smell. Yeah.
Okay.
So I like to sniff it. I just like to sniff it. I don't know why.
That's love.
I'm disgusting, but
No, I mean,
I like
so
it.
much about like intimacy with a person is disgusting. You
Yeah.
shit around the person and you share all these bodily fluids, like, and their morning breath. Like, so much about deep intimacy is kind of
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah. Yes.
So when you go down there, do you also go down on him, or you just like to sniff around?
I would when I give a blowjob, I would suck the dick and the ball, lick the balls, and
You do?
just,
Okay.
like
Okay.
so sometimes just sniff the taint area. So I don't go down to the asshole, but I just
You get close.
I get close to it. I don't get.
You spin the block.
Yeah, I don't know. We are not doing it yet, but I don't know. But I definitely like the ball sack. I just like the smell of him.
No one ignores a ball sack more than me. I forget it's even there. I pay no attention unless somebody specifically requests it on the menu. Then I'll do it all day long. But no one ever
100%.
requests it.
I would love to. Like I
You'd
always.
love to spend more time with the balls.
I always ask. Well,
With
now
with
you know I
people.
have.
She's over the mark. She's like, oh.
all the guys I've been fucking lately.
Earlier she said with my current fiance.
Yeah,
and
I'm
it
in
made me
trouble
laugh
today.
You guys are so
hard.
hot together. It's insane.
Yeah.
You are a jailbait with your like all your fashion and your beauty. Like I love the clothes and the style.
Thank
And
you.
that face. Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you.
Ashley surveys the room though.
So
My
fucking hot.
my current partner, the only
You have
person I-
legs for days too. How tall are you? I'm sorry.
How tall am I?
Yeah,
or
you're
him.
You.
5'10".
Oh, I'm so envious.
How tall are you?
No, I can't talk about it. I lie
I'm
about
5
it,
feet
so I don't
tall.
really know.
I'm killing
I,
it.
I say I'm 5'3", but I'm not really. But I don't want to talk about it.
I put on 5'2" on dating
Thank
apps.
you.
And
Exactly.
but I said to Ashley, I
We
will
have to lie.
I will show up 5'2". Like I
Yeah.
put on heels and like, what's it to you?
Yeah, because we have to. Because the girls are 4'11", they tell people they are 6 feet tall.
I've never had any complaints about my height. Men have always been like pretty fine about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just my ex-husband is keep telling me.
But like growing up, I was so insecure about my height. I mean, it was
we always insecure about the good things about us.
But when you're taller than all the boys, because like girls grow first usually, so like I would lay in bed and just like pray that something would happen. I would just wake up shorter. Like I was like going to church a lot. And I was like, I just want to be like 5'5". Like I just all I cared about. I like would cry about it. I was just like so tall, flat chested, had braces, big nose. Like it was brutal.
It's hard at that age. I think as an adult, it's
Then
so
you're like, oh,
confident.
I'm actually growing into a supermodel. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
But we didn't know when you were a little girl, though. Yeah, my lips, I have to do this. I do concealer over my lips to make it smaller because my mom said, someone told me that your lips got blow up by like grenade.
Your lips are amazing.
Are those your natural lips?
Yeah, I have to put concealer.
You were
I
born
asked
like
him,
this.
can I make it bigger? He goes, no.
No, you were born like this.
Don't ever touch your lips.
They're
Same with you,
unreal.
Rayna.
Thank you.
I always tell Ashley I'll go bigger, and then she gives me a weird
No.
face. Your lips are unbelievable.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is DSL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ball sacks.
I love
ball
ball
sacks.
sacks.
But to
I
close
love
the
balls.
loop, if someone wanted their balls touched, fondled, licked, I
Yes.
would be into it.
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of guys don't care about them.
They should.
They should. I think so. They're so fun.
I don't
Yeah.
care one way or the other. If
They're
somebody,
so squishy.
I love
They
them.
are
I
nice.
love
Yeah.
especially big balls.
Yeah, they're nice to
Big
play
balls
with.
are nice. I
Yeah.
love bounce the
It's
big
so
balls.
funny to bounce them.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one ever cares about it with me.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, thanks for. I guess we. Are we going to answer? What is that
Is
weird?
that weird? Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but
if
you are a hero, so you are just a giver.
But is it? I don't even know what word to use. I mean, this guy is a cheater, and
Yeah.
she's obviously.
She had no idea.
Well, if she's smelling his dick when he comes home, I think she knows something's
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
So
It's not her fault. It's not our girl's fault. You know?
I can just, sometimes you're in
She's a
a
hero.
situation
Yeah.
and you're drunk and it's late at night and you're like, I guess I'll do this. And then afterwards you're like, what the fuck just happened? Like you have sex with this guy and he's panicking. He's like, just sniff my dick. And you're like, I guess I'll do
But
it.
I kind of like, I don't know. If I were her, I'd be like, oh, well, whatever. Nothing's going to happen here. This guy's in a relationship. But I would go into detective mode. I'd be like,
About what?
Like, is she going to smell your dick? Like, I love that she was like, rub some clothes on it. Like, she really
That was
went
smart.
into like investigative problem solving mode. I think it's kind of funny.
It's also, I think she's on vacation. Like if I met somebody in LA and they were at my house being like, just smell my dick. I think I just would react differently to it than like on vacation.
Yeah, on vacation.
I'm like, this is not my circus, not my monkeys.
So she has a story. I mean, any comedian would be like, yeah, I'll fucking smell your dick.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
You're,
I
like,
can
making
sniff the
notes.
things. I can
Yeah.
sniff which uncle touched it before. Like,
God, that's so funny. You like can run the history
Yeah,
of the
like,
dick. Well, Jiaoying, thanks so much for
thank you for
coming
having
on
me.
and
I've been
sharing your
waiting to get on
story.
this forever. You guys are so busy with the tour and back and forth in the coast, but like we made it happen.
No, I'm really so glad you did, and that your boyfriend.
And now I
hopped
have a
on
real
for
man with
minute.
me. Like I got myself a boyfriend, and I came
yeah.
because when Ashley did my pod, I had never had a orgasm from getting eaten out ever my whole life, and
You're
I
a
don't believe
changed
it.
woman.
She told me that's real. I'm like, oh, okay, you know. But
Just
I
had
don't
to find
believe
the right
it.
guy. Okay, so we're not going to give you a vibrator today because you don't use them. I'm kidding. We can if you want one. But what I do want to give you is our suck and blow gel.
That double O heaven, suck and blow.
I mean, it sounds like you already kind of like the taste and the smell, but this could just spice things up. You know,
Nice.
give it a little
Different smell. of
flavor,
taste.
not different flavor profile.
Yes, we have an
Nice.
oral enhancer.
I
So
love it.
And we'll give you a vibrator if you
want one.
We can give you a cock ring, whatever you guys.
Listen,
What do you
we'll
want?
send-
You like toys?
you like toys?
Okay, I didn't know
Well,
that.
are
I like
you,
that.
do you use them or not?
We haven't used it yet.
Okay.
We'll talk
Yeah,
about
we
it.
will.
Okay.
Yeah, we would love to explore it, and we will talk about it. I will.
Okay.
Okay.
I would just
So
be
let your
like,
mom get her hands on this
No,
one.
she's not touching it. No.
Will you tell people where they can find you, upcoming shows, anything at all you want to promote?
Awesome. I have a national tour going on. Australia, Asia, everywhere is jiaoyingcomedy.com. And then Jiaoying Summers everywhere, social media.
Okay, great. And it'll be tagged obviously in our episodes as well.
Yeah, go to your Instagram, watch your clips, get tickets to the tour. And you guys know where to find us, girlsgottaeat.com, Girls Gotta Eat Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. I am Ash Hess, ashhess.com. Rayna is Rayna.Greenberg. Vibesonly.com for all the toys we mentioned today. And you can subscribe on YouTube, share this episode with a friend, and we will see you Thursday.
Have a good week, guys.
Bye.